Hi, so Charlie giving you Friday's live trading, and it is 20 to 12 Thursday night, and the yen's all over the place, and I'm seeing a short here, so I'm shorting it. So I think there's some points potential here. So I'm put one unit in for now. We've got some movement going on here. It's had a bit of a plunge, as you can see, and it's retraced up. So I'm going to see if it can then pull back down again. So I've just got short there at filled at 49. So let's see if it can have a little bit of a drop back down to sort of 25, somewhere like that, and see if we can capture some points. Let's bring up the ticket here, and I think, I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, there it goes. I think there's, there we go. It's moving around a lot, you see. So, but I was going to say I'll add to the trade if it comes up a little bit more. But just thought there might be some a few pips here late on Thursday night. So all interesting stuff. So just watching this as it's coming down. I'm seeing about 25, yeah. And then I'll leave it alone. So if we can get into the 20s, I don't know how far it may or may not go, but just came in my office to actually shut down and just saw this volatility. I thought, oh, there's going to be some sort of trade on this volatility. So there we go. So all right, okay, taking it at 29. So I've just had a very quick 20 pips. Now I don't think all the main news is out yet. I think this is just some volatility. I was checking the news just before starting the video, but a quick 20 pips. Nice and early, so a quick 144 quid on the account. But obviously in the morning I'll come back to this and we'll see what's happened. But it had this plunge down, just come up, and literally just got lucky there that it literally just then I thought, okay, well, we back down to sort of 25 area, which is back down to the lower band area, and just leave it at that for now, because when it's moving around at this time of night, you don't know how far it may or may not want to go. So I think that's probably the right thing, just for those 20 pips. I'll press pause for now, and we'll come back to this in the morning. Right now, good morning. It's now 7:30 in the morning, as opposed to whatever time it was last night when I put that trade on. So I'm actually going to go long cable just with one unit at the moment. So I'm going long. It's only literally 7:30. Just chatting to the guys here in the trading room, and it could be over very quickly. I'm just going to pop a stop below this low here. That's why I'm just putting one unit in for now. But I'm going to look to build this. I'm just putting this unit in now just in case it starts really running between now and 8 o'clock. At least I'm in with one unit. If it doesn't and it rolls over, then I'll just get stopped out at one unit. Remember, I have got that profit from that dollar yen from late last night as a little buffer against this one. So I'll put a stop down here. But if this can hold up going into 8 o'clock, then I will start looking to build this position this morning for a little bit of a run. I'd like to see the overnight highs get broken, and so we'll see if it can do that. So one thing I didn't do, let me just minimize that. Where's it gone? I said it was £144 on the dollar yen, but I was in such a rush to go to bed, I didn't actually bring the ticket up. So that was the trade. It was that 20 pips, wasn't it? Shorted it at 49, came out at 29, and it was funny actually, because it was pretty much at that point when I walked into the office. Let's go back to the dollar yen to shut my screens off. Where was it? It was this is the no, it's not. It's a 5-minute chart. Oh, that's during the night. Where was it again? Oh, here it was, wasn't it? And I'd just seen this big candle down. I remember we'd shot up, sold it up here somewhere, and then just ran it back down, like I said, to the lower band area, and then came out. Looks like it wasn't a bad little exit there for that 20 pips. Well, ultimately, obviously, it rolled back over again, I can see. But yeah. And then you had all the volatility. And actually, looking at it this morning, I'm looking at the hourly charts. It just looks a bit spiky and not that tempting, really. So anyway, long cable there, about 90 or whatever it was. I better get my stops in place. And what level? Oh, 92 I got long at. So and I'll put a stop down there at about 72, I guess. So 20 pip stop. So if I get stops out in this, it'll just basically, the dollar yen trade will have paid for it. But But hopefully this is the beginnings of it building on cable, and that cable can have a bit of a run. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, right, so the pound, I've just been bantering a little bit with the guys in the room here. But the pound's coming up again, so I'm looking, like I said, I put that one unit in. I'll be looking to get a second unit in if it breaks here, so fingers on the buzzer. And now I've pressed record, it'll probably just sit around. But yes, so I'm looking to... Okay, right, going to be going in. It's... Yeah, looking okay. We'll see. So long again. Second unit's long. At least I've got 2 units in. And I'll pop stop down here. Below this low as well. So it'll be a second unit now. So with that same 20 pip stop for now. I'm still going to be looking to add more positions in if I get the opportunity to here this morning. So second unit is now in. Okay, so that was at 92.9. No, it wasn't. 93.6 it was. I will press pause for now, just while we'll see if this is going to break out properly, or whether it's doing a little double top. But overall, my overall analysis is looking for cable to hold up here today, and so it's just a case of seeing whether this is the move or not. I'll press pause for now. Just back. I think I'm just about to get stopped out on this pound dollar. It had a lovely run up. It was up at 132.10, so 11, whatever price it was at. It's now, my stop's at 72, so if it goes below 72 on the offer, then I will get stopped out. So it's looking like that's about to happen. Shame, because it was having a great run, but it's not held on to it. So for now, the candle it's going to be putting in here at 5 to 9 on the hourly chart. So let's go to the hourly chart here. It's a bit of such a nice candle there on the hourly with a sort of shooting star type candle, but it's my bigger time frame analysis is calling for cable to hold up today. So we shall see. I mean, it's only got to hold up by the close of today, so maybe it comes off a bit during the day, during the morning here maybe, and then comes up again later today. We'll have to see. But at the moment it's looking a bit ugly, and certainly looks like it's going to push for taking these lows out, because it makes sense to take these lows out because there will be stops below there, including mine. So, but it was having such a lovely run, I thought that we were away from all of that, and it's given it all back. So look like that one's going to be a stop out. Obviously I've got the compensation of that dollar yen trade, which will sort of effectively pay for one of them, pretty much, yes. So well, I was hoping it was going to do it whilst I was recording, but looks like it wants to play around, so you never know. I've been here before and then something else happens, but it looks higher odds of this obviously coming down to take out those lows, so the odds are favour that. I'm not going to move my stop or anything like that, because I do see the potential for a bit of follow through there, so I don't think my stop's in the wrong place. Although ultimately later today I would like to see cable, even if it comes off this morning, I'd like to see it come up and close somewhere around the 132 mark or upper 131s. That's what I'd be looking for today. Doesn't mean to say it has to happen. That's what I want to happen. So I'll just be watching that price action today and see what happens. But anyway, I'll press pause for now. We'll see what other opportunities might come along this morning. Okay, just back, and as we can see, cable finally has come down. It has to stop me out, so there we go. I'm just been chatting with the guys here. So it had that lovely run this morning up to what, 132, 11, 12, whatever that level was, 13. And then just gave it all back. So I'm going to keep my eye on cable, but there's no reason for me to want to get long on it again for the time being at all. So like I've said, my analysis based on the much higher time frames is I'd like to see cable hold up today, but if it comes down, there's no need for me to do anything with it. So at the moment, let's take a screenshot of, I can't show you the full account because I'm in swing trades again this week. So there's the trades so far. So there's the yen trade from last night, and then here's the two cable trades. So we'll see. I'm about down about 100 and whatever it is, whatever that is. About £200 down. for the day so far. But I will look to trade again today. We'll see what happens as we go through this afternoon, and so I'll press pause for now. Right, just back, and cables had a really nice bounce here. In fact, on the hourly charts, it's closed straight back inside its bands here on the hourly charts. It could still want to be on a slow grind and roll over, but as I keep on boring you today, my analysis based on the higher time frames, 4 hourly and daily charts and even weekly charts, is calling for for it to hold up today. It doesn't have to, but that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for those excuses to be on the long side. And cable's just doing a little pullback here. I don't know, maybe it's going to roll over, but completely. But I'm still looking for those excuses, and it's held up rather well. So I'm actually going to buy in right here and put another 1 unit in long. There we go. Long dollar, pound dollar there. Now I'm going to put a stop back down below this low, because if it comes back down below that low again, then I'm probably completely wrong. So I'm just going to put the stop down below that low. I've watched it have a nice bounce. Maybe it's just going to roll over, but I'm still looking for it ultimately to work its way back up into the, towards that 132 again. So I've only put 1 unit in at 71. I'm going to put a stop down here below there, so that's going to be down at 51. The lows I can see at the moment is at 52, and just see, and by me putting in a single unit, it commits me to a trade. I like doing that, but it doesn't cost me too much if I lose, and because sometimes I was just saying to the guys in the trading room that, but if cable just carries on going up, by the time it gets up to here, I'd probably have to wait for it actually to come out and almost break out before I could then enter. I'm actually better off getting in this zone at the moment, down here, because by the time it comes up to here, it's just going to be hitting another resistance area. So I'll put a single unit in, like I've just done, at 71, as it's come down to lower bands there on the 5-minute chart. And see, I suspect it's going to chop around now anyway, but I wanted to have a single unit in, and then I again will look to add to this position if we do go higher as we go through the day. So looks like this video is going to be a longer one today, so I better stop babbling on for the time being. Just back. I'm hoping that I haven't just been talking for ages with the mic muted. I just noticed that I'd had my mic muted, and I don't know whether I won't find out until after, until I play this video back, whether I've been talking for ages with it off, because I don't know. It's such a force of habit. Sometimes I'm turning it off and on. Anyway, well, you would have seen what I've done visually. Seen it visually. You'd have seen what I've done visually in that I bought another unit of cable at, what was it, around about. Oh, there's the phone. There's the door. I'll be back in a minute. See, the doorbell went. It's our new cleaner. I had to show the new cleaner around the house, and then the market moves. Maybe I should do that more often. Okay, right. In between playing, what am I playing now? Bucks Fizz, Making Your Mind Up. That's the next one on the list. But we're starting to make some money now today, so this is good. So let me have a look here. Cable's up at those highs. Do you know what? I am going to bank one of these because it's been a real pain in the neck today, and so I'm going to take this up at today's highs. Just banked half there. Now bear in mind I got in at 70, so we've just banked 71, came out 15, so that's 44 pips on that half. Let's bring the other deal together. So just banked £333 on that one, and now we've got this remainder. I really want that 132.30 area. So I want to see if cable can go up. Now I've banked half, but it's starting to get the momentum coming in. So although I've banked half, it could well be that I get another unit in yet if it pulls back. So it's all getting interesting. But what's a lot more interesting, folks, is why don't I just play a little bit of this? It's brilliant, isn't it? Anyway. Bit of Bucks Fizz on a Friday afternoon. Okay, so yes, the reason, cable's come up, it's hit those highs there. This is the hourly chart. So it's hit that high, and after all the faffing around that it's done today, sometimes you just say, do you know what? I'm up 40 pips. I'm going to bank half. Even though ultimately I'd like this to go up to 132.30. So I see euros breaking up. That's really good. So it's just a case of can cable, which has been a bit more of a pain in the neck today, can it go that little bit higher? So I'll press pause for now, and we'll see what happens if I either it just goes straight up to that target. 132.32 you see is the daily R1 pivot, which pretty much comes in on, if we go back to the hourly chart, up with these highs you see, or the open and closes of these highs. So these closing prices here, where the most action is. So if I was to put a line on, I'll just draw sort of there, it sort of comes in with that, and that's where the pivot is. So that's the target. For a long time here today, it's looked like it's been a bit of a tiring, boring day there from a trading perspective, but sometimes your patience is rewarded. I really did genuinely think that we were just probably going to roll over again, but even though the higher time frame analysis, like I've been saying, all the way out to my weekly time frames, was looking for a little bit more upside, but it just didn't look like it was going to happen for long periods there today. But ultimately, at least it's had this bit of a run. Let's see if it can get the breakout from the overnight highs. I'll press pause for now. Cable's nearly there. I better bring the ticket up. Very nearly there. Another few pips. See if it can go there while I'm watching this Bucks Fizz in the background. It'd be interesting to see whether the sound actually comes out. Come on then, cable. You're going to get to my level. So looking for around about 30. Momentum's good across the board. And it could break out and just go higher, but I'll deal with that on my swing trades. Okay, so it's just hovering around there. It's just getting a little bit, it's just doing what we call an extreme here, so very, very close. It's just extreming at the moment. So hasn't quite got to the pivot. It might just want to pull back, as it's just got a little bit of an extreme going on there at the moment. just ahead of that pivot, but that's okay. Still looking to see if that's going to get hit, and just now I'm talking around this again. It's just pulling back a little bit, so it looks like we might have to wait another few minutes. I'll press pause. Okay, so I'm looking to see if it's going to do it on this little run. Couple of pips or so to go. It's just done the extreme play, but let's see, it's doing the double top here with a little divergence now. Just seeing if it can just squeeze on past that and get up to that 30 level. And like I said, it might go considerably higher, but it's all I've been interested in here for these day trades today. And now I've pressed record. Let's see if it can do it. 28.8s, 29s. We are so close. I'd love to see it get struck. There we go, 31. I'm out at 31, so that's actually just hit 32 on the chart, which was that daily R1 pivot. So let's press pause for a second. Let's just take that shot, a screenshot of the trade. So it's turnaround Friday. We started off winning from last night. It's all begun last night with that dollar yen trade, remember, for 144 pounds, 20 pips. Then had these two losing trades earlier on cable. Sorry, let's move that across so you can see the currency pairs on cable. So it was like I don't even know what that is. It was 190 net between that and these. Actually, let's do the maths. It comes out at 450 pounds for the day, so not too shabby in the end there, considering the it was a slow day and I haven't put full units in today, so happy enough with that. Plus I've got obviously other swings running as well. So a decent day on Friday, a good example of patience today and having to sit it through. I spoke to traders, I even spoke to a trader earlier on who said, Charlie, if you think it's going to come lower, because I was saying to the guys in the room this morning, I'm out of there now, I think it was down here actually, he said, if you think it's going to come lower, why not just take it and bank it and close out for less of a loss? And this is a classic example of why you never do that, because just when you think that maybe you're about to get stopped out, it holds, it comes up, then you think it's going to roll over again and probably stop you this time, and then something else happens. So it came in line with that higher time frame analysis. So I am pleased, but it was a bit of a sloppy mess there today. Have a great weekend. Back in touch next week.